When it comes to stories on WhatsApp, there are so many rumors and misinformation that surrounds them. I can say with confidence that I have never seen anything like this before. There has not been a single update to WhatsApp in years that has caused such debate within the user base. So in this video, I want to do my best to clear up some of these questions and rumors about WhatsApp Story. So if you're curious about how it works, what data it collects, how you can delete your story, or just want a better overall understanding of what exactly WhatsApp Story is, then make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video. But before we get into it, let me quickly tell you about myself. Hi, I'm the person behind this channel. I work as a software developer by trade, and I love to make videos on the side explaining how software works. If you like that kind of stuff, then consider subscribing. I try to make one video every week. Alright, let's start off with a little bit of history. The first version of WhatsApp was released back in 2009. And for those of you who do want to remember, it looked very different than it does today. Back then, it was more like an internal chat application where you had contact lists and you could message people, and it was very simple. But unlike today, you didn't have groups or media sharing or voice calls or any of that. WhatsApp really took off though when they added the ability to share media and when they rolled out voice calling. This made it much more convenient than just sending text messages, because now you could send pictures and videos and even call someone over the app. This is also when WhatsApp became a lot more popular in developing countries like India, Brazil, and South Africa, countries where people spend a lot of time and money on mobile internet and phone calls. In fact, it was estimated at the time that each WhatsApp user saved $1 per month on their phone bills. Now WhatsApp has grown into a huge company with over 2 billion active users. It's become a staple for messaging all around the world. They have also rolled out a lot of features since it first launched, some of them good and some of them bad. But one of their newer features is WhatsApp Story. It was actually released a couple years ago, but only in select few countries, and now they're finally rolling it out everywhere. WhatsApp Story is basically the same thing as Instagram Story or Facebook Story. You know how it works? You open up the app and you can create a story by taking a picture or a video, or you can upload one from your gallery. You can then add text to it or drawings or stickers. Once you're done, you set a duration for how long you want it to be up for, and you publish it. After that duration, it disappears. Other people can view your story, and after they see it, it disappears. And that's pretty much it. So now that we have a brief history of WhatsApp and an overview of what stories are, let's talk about why they're causing so much trouble. The big reason is privacy. People are worried about who can see their stories and how long they will be stored on WhatsApp servers. So let's talk about that. When you create a story on WhatsApp, you have 3 options for who can see it. Everyone, except for certain people, or just your contacts. Now, if you choose everyone, this means anyone in the world can see your story unless they've blocked you. Keep in mind that anyone can search for your number online and find out what your story is. If you choose everyone except for certain people, then it means that your story will be visible to everyone else except for the people whose numbers you have specifically blocked. This is a really interesting feature, and I haven't seen it anywhere else. If you choose just your contacts, then only the people whose numbers you have saved will be able to see your story. If you don't have a contact with someone, then even if they're in a group with you, they won't be able to see your story. Now, if you've muted someone, or you've hidden their contact information, then that person will still be able to see your story. One other interesting thing about this is that if someone sends you a new contact with the name, for example, delete me, then you will not be able to hide their contact info. So if you want to hide your story from a specific person, you need to block them. And again, keep in mind that even if you choose just your contacts, anyone can still find your story if they search for your number. Another concern that people have is how long will their story be stored on WhatsApp servers? Well, according to their terms and conditions, they only store stories for 90 days, but they might need to store it longer if it's required for ongoing legal issues. Even if they store your story longer than 90 days though, that doesn't mean that other people can see it. It only means that WhatsApp themselves can look at it. In fact, they state that they do unshare your story with anyone outside of WhatsApp, unless it is required by law enforcement. And they also don't use your stories to show you ads. Okay, so now that we talked about privacy, let's talk about how to delete your WhatsApp story. Let's say you posted a story and you immediately regretted it. Can you delete it before other people see it? Yes, you can. As soon as you post it, you can hit delete, and only you will ever know that you had posted it in the first place. But what if you wanted to delete your story permanently? For example, you no longer want to have stories associated with your account. Well, unfortunately, there's no way to do that. You have to completely delete your account. In the settings under account, you can unpublish your phone number. But this only means that nobody can contact you through WhatsApp anymore. It doesn't mean that your chat history is deleted or that your old chats will disappear. Only if you delete your account, which I think is an extreme step, will all of your chat history and stories disappear. The next thing I want to talk about is backups. Let us say you have a bunch of stories saved on your phone, and you're worried that if you switch to a new phone, will you lose all of those stories? You don't need to worry. stories are automatically backed up along with the rest of your chats. So when you restore your chat history on a new phone, your stories will come with it. By default, WhatsApp automatically backs up your data once a day when you're connected to a reliable internet connection. If you want to force a backup, you can do it manually in the settings under Chats, and then Chat Backup. You can choose to back it up either daily, weekly, or monthly. Let's move on to some of the weird rumors that I've seen online. A lot of people are claiming that posting a story on WhatsApp will use up a lot of your data. This is not true. Posting a story uses up very little data, and it won't affect your data plan. The only time it might use up a lot of data is if you're re-uploading a video story, and that video happens to be several minutes long. But even so, WhatsApp only uploads videos up to 64 megabytes at a time. So it would take a very long video to use up a significant amount of data. Another rumor I saw is that WhatsApp Story will stop working after 24 hours, even if you set it to a longer duration. That's not true. The duration you set on the story is the duration it stays up for. So if you set it to 7 days, it will stay up for 7 days. One other question I saw is if someone takes a screenshot of your story, will you get notified? No, you won't. There's no way to tell if somebody takes a screenshot of your story. But there is one thing you can do if you want to know if somebody forwarded your story to someone else. In the settings, under Chats, you can enable something called Account Protection, which will notify you if your chats are forwarded to an unknown number. Finally, one last rumor I want to mention is that WhatsApp Story will steal your contacts. This is absolutely false. It won't steal any of your contacts. And in fact, you can even choose to hide your story from specific contacts if you want. Now, obviously, these aren't the only questions surrounding WhatsApp Story, but these are the most common ones I've seen floating around. If you have any others, feel free to leave them in the comments below. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.